Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, we're going to review an essential concept for success, right? Have you ever been in a situation where you failed something once or twice and you never want to get up again and keep doing it just because you feel like, the world was ending? I know that's happened to me several times, and it's probably happened to you unless you had a very unique background. But most people and I would say the main culprit of this is just society and the education system in general will tell you that if you fail at something once, then the world is over. I mean, think about like if you get a F on a course, people think like, oh, it's the end of the world, right? Like, oh, like you're a failure at this, and you should never retry again. If you retry, you're a loser, and that's really the wrong mentality that's ingrained into all of us, right? Including me when I was a little kid. Um, and we have to almost brainwash ourselves for success, right? And one of the concepts that I want to talk about today in this video is the concept called the law of large numbers. And this is something that I learned that the insurance companies use, right? So if you don't know anything about insurance companies, they hire people called actuaries to determine the probability of, let's say, someone dying or someone getting into a car accident, and they collect lots and lots of statistics. And then they use that statistics to determine pricing for their insurance products, right? And so that's a concept we have to understand and use for success because think about it. Let's say, you're trying to be a successful YouTube channel and then you only have like two videos and nobody watches them and you think, oh, my life is over and no one's gonna, I'm failed as a YouTuber, right? Well, how do you know what is going to connect with your audience unless you're making 10 videos, 20 videos, 100 videos, maybe even 1,000 videos, right? So you don't really know that until you have a large number of attempts at whatever it is that you're doing. And the problem is that people just stop after one or two attempts, and then they just give up and say, it's over, my life is over, and I'm not gonna try anymore, right? And I remember, learning about this about my real estate instructor saying that when he was uh, a baby investor, we'll call it that, a beginner investor, he would make seven offers and six of them get rejected, right? And he owns over 300 houses or has a controlling interest over 300 houses. And so, if I haven't made seven offers and I'm bummed out because my first two offers got rejected, then that's a clear sign that I'm not going to be successful because the whole point is that you have to just keep doing it over and over again. And most people just give up after the first try. Again, you could blame both society and the educational system for kind of reinforcing this mentality, right? And just to kind of give you an example of the law of large numbers, I mean, think about this. What is the probability of getting heads or tails 50-50 when you flip a coin twice? You kind of don't know. It's kind of random, right? Because you might get heads, heads, you might get tails, tails. You could get heads, tails, and vice versa, but it's probably not going to turn out heads and tails every single time, or you're not going to get a 50-50 outcome, right? If you flip it twice. But think about this. Let's say you flip a coin 1,000 times, right? And then you count how many times heads appeared versus tails, it's much more likely to be 50-50, right? And that's how the law of large numbers works. The more you do something, and this is my simplified explanation, the more you do something, the more you understand what the expected results are. And the problem is that people only try things once or twice, and so they have skewed expectations because someone told them, or they learn just from societal osmosis that you can only try things once, and that'll determine if you're a success or failure or not. But in order to be successful in anything, you got to do things many, many times. And this is why I say in my YouTube videos, like I don't even really care about um, whether one video gets a lot of views or not. What I have to do be more concerned about is creating videos and falling in love with the process, creating videos and over again, and then over the long term, I'm going to see what the audience likes, right? What the audience resonated with. But if I just make 1 to 10 videos, again, that's not a large enough sample size to know what the expected outcome is. Okay? So again, anything that you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is, you have to, in order for you to know what is working or what is not working, you have to do it many, many, many times, right? Be like the insurance companies. They have so much statistics on, let's say you're a life insurance company, what's the probability that you are going to die, right? That, and then they know how to price the products, their insurance products based on when they think you're going to die, right? That's why term life insurance is so cheap because they don't think you're going to die if you have term life insurance, especially when you're, a young kid or in your 20s or 30s, right? They don't think you're going to die. That's why it's so cheap. So it's like free money to them, okay? But as you get older and there are people out there, who want to get insurance when they're in their 60s and 70s, um, a lot more expensive because they know at that time, just from statistical data, that you're probably going to die. Same with like whether you're a smoker or not, right? Or whether you're a teenage driver or not, right? So that's how their little world works is that they get lots of data, many, 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 events to determine what the expected outcome is. And that's how you got to think, right? Don't just do things once or twice and think, oh, well, that determines if I'm good at something or not. But that's how the majority of people think. And that's why they freak out about everything, right? Because they only do things once or twice and then they let their whole view be determined by maybe something written in a textbook or something that an authority figure told them. But that's just not how real life works, right? So this is just a mindset training for what it becomes successful. That in order to do something, you got to do it many, many times. Okay. All right. So this is Korea and Atlanta mentorship. If you're interested in joining our group, go ahead and click the Google form link below. Um, Other than that, have a great day, and I'll just keep cranking out more videos, especially about velocity banking. Have a great day, everybody.